Well, floating the Boise River, you've likely seen all kinds of flotation devices, from six-man rafts to inner tubes to even air mattresses or inflatable unicorns. It's those last two that are a big cause for concern, especially after a very busy weekend for water rescues. So we wanted to ask Boise Fire what would be a suitable raft and what should be left at the pool. It was a pretty busy weekend for Boise Fire out here on the Boise River. I think there were like 11 rescue calls here on the Boise River with 35 people having to be pulled out of the water. I'm joined now by Battalion Chief Dim Gross, and he says that a lot of times people just find something like this on a store shelf and take it down the river. Is that right?
That's correct. And this basically is a pool toy. I mean, it's designed for a pool environment, not moving water. It's very thin plastic material that punctures easy. It does have two chambers, but the second chamber is so small it doesn't offer that much buoyancy to help you rescue yourself from a situation where you lose the main chamber and all that flotation.
Because out there's a lot of tree branches and rocks and that could pop this easily.
Right. This gets popped easily. The other chamber may be still inflated, but for the most part, it's not self-bailing. It does have a tendency to be taken away with the current and lodge into the brush and strainers along the sides of the river. If you float the river, you'll see debris all along the river, and most of it are these floating pool toys.
Too many of these out there?
Too many. If you float the river, make sure you get a good raft or inner tube.
Okay, and something like this then? This is what you're talking about?
Yes, this is a much thicker material. It's got fabric interwoven into the material itself. It's got handles on it, so you can get in and out. It's self-bailing. It's just basically a mesh bottom. Water passes through it, so it doesn't create unmanageable force if that is caught in the current and you're trying to manipulate and get back into your tube. It's much easier than using one of the pool toys.
So basically, if you're spending 10 bucks at the store to float down the Boise River, you're looking for trouble.
Right. Most likely, this isn't going to make it all the way. One little jagged rock, it's done for.
See that evidenced all up and down the river as you go down from Barbara Park to Ann Morrison. It's just peppered along the sides of inflatable devices that just deflated because they hit a rock or a branch. And it is worth repeating, though, from the Boise Fire dive team, do not tie those rafts together. You can hold on to each other, but they've seen so many instances where somebody is tied together and then one gets stuck, the other gets stuck, or you get pulled over because the other one gets pitched out or whatever, and just something else to get wrapped up in and get caught in, especially if you get pulled under the water. Have life jackets. And if you're 14 years old or under, you are required to have those life jackets. So if you don't wear one, you're above 14, have one handy though, just in case. Even just wear it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not, what's the point of having it if you're not going to wear it?
We ripped one of those rafts. I mean, it wasn't like the unicorn kind. It was a raft-shaped raft, if you will, but still thin material. And you have to remember, the Boise River gets kind of low, and going over those rapids, like you say, you can easily hit a rock.
Some of those drop-offs, they have some pointy rocks out there.
Snags everywhere.
Yeah, we poked a hole in it and it deflated, but we were lucky that we were with 3 or 4 other rafts and were able to climb in. But we would have been in trouble had we not had someone to get into. So
just get a proper raft.
Tips. Yeah.